In this video, I'm going to show you how I use the We Are Memory Keepers foil quill in the Siser Juliet. So before I proceed with showing you the foil quill video, I wanted to just mention a few things about the prep that I did for this particular test. This design was created over in Sure-Cut's Lot 5 because it has a line fill feature over there, and I wanted to make sure that there was some sort of fill to it, even though I kind of did it loosely structured so that it would quill relatively fast. And then the font I used is called Yours Truly, and it's from Single Line Fonts. So this is the foil quill adapter that Paul Zinga and I developed. And it's threaded just like the regular ones that came with the foil quill, set that you buy. It's just like it in the sense that, it's threaded so that it slips over and screws onto the foil quill itself. Also, I plugged the foil quill into the USB port on the back of the Juliet because there's plenty of power provided by that to heat up the foil quill in the usual recommended time of 10 minutes. So I use the WRMK metal mat that has the magnets on it that you can use to keep your foil and your cardstock, adhered down to the mat. One thing I did is I did move the middle pinch wheel all the way to the far right side so that it actually would not only be out of the way of these magnets, but then also so that it could serve as the other roller, the right side roller for this particular mat, which is narrower than your typical cutting mat. The other thing is that you don't want the bottom of your foil quill, the tip itself, to be dragging across the top of the foil. So to prevent that, I use 20 Post-it notes, which is one of my techniques from many, many years ago, of raising tools, engravers and embossers and scorers, and the foil quill up a little direction, up just a little bit, so that it's not so low. So that's what I did. I just put the 20 Post-it notes on top of there, dropped the foil quill down so this resting comfortably on top of that, tighten the screw, right? And then I remove the Post-it notes. And then I can move this magnet I had moved out of place to put my Post-it notes, I can put it back in place. So now to cut the design, I just go to Send Design, and I treat it just like any ordinary shape that I'm cutting. I make sure I know where it's going to cut, and I prefer it to be near the origin, and that's fine. And then in this window, again, I kind of verify again. I know where it's going to cut. That's always one of the more important things to remember when you're operating a cutter is, do you know where your shape's going to cut? And then, of course, because it's not cutting, but it's actually drawing with a quill, then I make sure I have pen tool selected here. Now, currently, there's still a bug in Leonardo whereby it wants to do what's called a blade direction correction, which means it does a little tap at the origin. So you will see a little tap on your material. If that's going to be a problem to have that little tap, then you might want to I don't know, put like a piece of paper underneath the corner of the foil or something. I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it. I haven't had to deal with that, but that's something that you will see probably a little mark of foil in that corner. And then otherwise, you just go ahead and click on Send to Cutter. And then, of course, this window pops up and it verifies that the tool is a pen and that it's ready to go. And then you click on Yes. So now then, let's remove the magnets and peel off that foil, and voila, there is our foil quilled wreath done in green foil. And let me try to get the light just right so I can get a little sparkle on it so you can see how pretty it is. So basically that's it.